1.
All right. Happy Friday, everyone. On this Friday, it's beautiful out, but on this Friday, we're honoring my dad. He used to make homemade pizza crust and homemade pizza sauce. The recipe comes from a pizza place in Nebraska called Valentino's. It was a family favorite. How he got it, I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna start with the sauce. It's pretty easy. It's 1 can of diced tomatoes. Well, let me back up. It's olive oil and an onion chopped up. I'm not putting the onion in because my husband doesn't like them and he won't eat it if it's in there. But so we're omitting that, but that's what the recipe is. And this is a can of diced tomatoes with the juices. It's a 28-ounce can. It's 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. It's 3 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. And we're gonna do 2 cloves of garlic minced and some pepper. We're just gonna saute that up and let it simmer for about 30 minutes, and then we'll go on to our dough next. Okay. All right, so over medium-high heat, I'm just gonna add the diced tomatoes. And I think in the first video I put tomato sauce. It's tomato paste. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. And so then I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, just like so. And then I'm gonna add 3 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Okay. And then I'm just going to mince up. Again, we like garlic in this family, so we're gonna do a couple cloves of garlic. This mincer is always handy dandy, makes it super fine. So there's 1. I'll add a couple. It's a little tough. My workout for tonight. Whoops. Getting crazy with garlic. All right, 1 more. So I did probably about 3 because, again, we really like garlic. And since I'm not using onion, I kind of compensate with the garlic. So there's that. And then I'm just gonna add a couple dashes of black pepper. It's probably about a 1/4 of a teaspoon. And like I said, it's on medium-high heat. We're just gonna stir this up. If it at all looks like it's too thick at any time, you can add a little bit of water at a time. But we're just gonna kind of let it go like this for now. If you don't like the chunky tomato sauce, you could use one of those like hand blenders, or put it in a blender if you want more of a smoother sauce. We'll see how my husband likes this because he doesn't like tomatoes, but that's all right. We're trying something new. All right, and we're just gonna let that simmer for 30 minutes. If it looks like it's getting too thick, I'll add more water. I'll turn it down in a little bit if it's being too hot, and just let it rest until we're ready to use it. Okay, so our next thing we're gonna make is the pizza dough. So for this, you need 1 package of quick rise yeast, a tablespoon of sugar, 2.5 cups of flour divided, 1 cup of hot tap water between 110 and 120 degrees, and salt, half a teaspoon of salt, and then about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, which we'll sprinkle on this baking dish. I don't have a pizza pan, so we're gonna use this instead. And then we're gonna brush it. We're gonna start by brushing the olive oil and sprinkling it with some cornmeal. And then I'll show you how we make the dough. 1. Okay, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna prepare the pan. I'm not gonna measure it, but it is 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm just gonna eyeball it. And I'm just gonna take this cool thing, or if you have a regular brush, and I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle it everywhere, just so it doesn't get stuck to the pan. And then, just like so, I might even go up on the edges a little bit so it doesn't stick. That looks like it's good enough. I might have put a little bit too much on, but it'll be fine. We'll survive. And then I'm gonna take the cornmeal, and this doesn't really have a measurement, so I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle some on. I'm just gonna kind of Sprinkle a little bit here and there. You don't have to do this, but okay. All right, so the pan is ready. So I actually have a special guest tonight. It's Chase. And so he's actually gonna make the dough. And we'll do this in steps. All right, Chase. So to start, you need 1 cup of flour. So 1 cup of flour. And when you get it all in there, yeah.
I know how to do it, Mom.
Okay, well let me use,
Yeah, I know how to do it.
with baking you always have to be precise, right? It's okay, just hold your hand there. Hold it, got it?
Yep.
Oops. All right, pour it in there. Okay. 1 package of yeast. Pour it right in, pour it right in. It's open, it's open, it's open.
Wait, the whole thing?
Yep.
Oh.
And 1 1 tablespoon of sugar. Oh, jeez. Okay, pour it in there. Okay. So now take that spoon.
This one?
Yeah, and just stir that all up.
1.
Okay, go ahead, Chase. Chase is gonna put in the cup of water, and oh my God, pour it in.
Oops.
And the 2 tablespoons of olive oil, which I do stand corrected, that pour it in, that is included in the recipe. And then we're just gonna stir it really, really well until there's no more flour showing. And I will, just as a kind of a piece of advice, I put the water, a cup of water, in a microwave safe bowl, and I put it in the microwave for 1 minute. I did use a candy thermometer to see what the temperature was, and it put it right at 120, which is perfect. So we're just gonna stir it up until you don't see any more flour. Okay, just like so. All right, Chase, you keep stirring that, buddy.
Okay.
Hold it with both hands. Now, you can almost need like 2 people to do this. It is a helpful thing. So I'm gonna add another cup of flour. And the salt.
Go, Mom.
All right, so go ahead. All right, there's that. And
Wait, should I keep stirring?
keep stirring.
Okay.
And then I need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Whoa, slowly. Okay, hold on.
Mom, it's stuck.
Yeah, all right, so we just keep stirring it like so. And look at that, you have consistency of dough.
Is that it?
We have to roll it out here.
Oh.
Okay, so here's our dough. And basically, you just want to knead it like so. And we're gonna knead it for about 5 minutes. So once it's done kneading, and if you've never kneaded dough before, you pull it and push. Pull it back and push. And you can turn from the other side, pull it back and push. Pull it back and push. If you need a little more flour, just put your hands in it, pull and push. Put your palm of your hand in the dough and go down like so. I just keep turning it so it gets it evenly. After we knead it for 5 minutes, we'll spread it out into the pizza sheet, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so you know when it's been about 5 minutes or a little more since I started kneading the dough. You know when it's done when you put your fingers in it and it bounces back. So it looks good. And again, we're making a rectangular pizza tonight, so I'm just gonna put it in here, and I'm just gonna kind of work it and spread it out until it covers the pizza pan. I could also make it more circular. It doesn't have to cover the whole thing, but we're just gonna kind of work it, and we'll check back in a minute.
1.
All right, so here's our finished product, pizza dough. It turned out pretty well. It did thin out a little bit. I think this cookie sheet was a little bit too long, but that's all right. We'll make the best of it. That's the beauty about pizza dough. So now after the sauce is ready, I'm just gonna kind of dish it all out. And then we're gonna add toppings to it. Obviously we have a lot of people in this house that don't like certain things. Noah not liking cheese is one, but if he wants to have a section of this and just, you know, put on some, he likes black olives, so maybe put on some black olives, pepperoni, you can do that. You can also turn this into a barbecue chicken pizza if you wanted to. The dough is actually really easy to make. It was probably, it's easier than making like cinnamon rolls. So we're just gonna spread this out, add our toppings as so, sprinkle it with mozzarella cheese, and bake it. You bake it at 500 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes, just check it. And then we have homemade pizza. We'll show you the finished product. Okay, so here's the pizza before it goes in the oven. Obviously, Noah wanted pepperoni and olives, no cheese, no problem. I have olives on mine with cheese. There's pepperoni in the middle. I did it in thirds, and then there's just cheese. That's kind of what my family likes. You can add whatever you like. So this is gonna go into the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll be ready. Okay, here we go. Finished product. I actually had it, I think because it's thinner out, it was in there for probably only about 8 minutes, 9 minutes. It wasn't that long, but anyway, it looks great. It smells awesome. We can't wait to dig into it. We hope you enjoy it as well if you try it.